What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here at Elder Acres. It has been quite some time since we've got a video up. We've been super busy. I did start a video on this project, but kept having some battery issues with either my camera or microphone or both, and we was kind of crunching time anyway, so I just kind of didn't worry about putting out a video, but mainly get the garden fence up. So that was the main thing, not the video, but the garden. But down here we have a trellis on this side. We also have one up by the house we'll get to in a minute, but this is the main one coming from the barn closest to the chicken yard, where we will be bringing in all of our compost. We walk in here, we got a clematis down here. We'll probably eventually put one on this side too to flower up. As we walk in, we had a little kind of outdoor nursery started. We just got done putting all these sunflowers in the ground, but we did a bunch of different varieties and pots. I wanted to make sure that I knew that it was the sunflower actually starting to grow and not just throw it out somewhere and pick it as a weed. Worked out really well. All of these that are left are what have not germinated so far. I just watered them. We'll see what comes of them. But coming in, we have a few rows of peas over here. We have a couple rows of peas over here. We have watermelons all the way around the edge that we'll kind of poke at as we get around, but there's a watermelon right there, along with some sunflowers along the fence. My wife has some herbs, and here we'll have to get her out here in a video to talk about what they are. I don't remember what all she put in. We have 4 rows of corn. We have our first trellis inside that we have cucumbers on. We have a regular style cucumber, I can't remember which one it is. And then we have a Boston pickling, split in half on this. We have some peppers over here on this side. Then on this one we have butternut squash and spaghetti squash splitting. This we need to get a couple more cattle panels. That's what that one will be as well. And then we left gaps so we can walk in between. We have another style of squash up here. I can't remember the name of it just right off the top of my head right now. It's one we've never had before. We only planted one. It gets pretty big. It's kind of like a bluish. I don't know nothing about it. We'll get another video of what it actually is over there. We have some more herbs and marigolds on this side. I'm really hoping that the marigolds grow. We're really kind of pushing it, but those marigold seeds were from my papaw, and they were in his seed container from when we gardened every year up at his house. They're very old seeds. I don't know if they'll grow, but I am praying that they do, and I am hoping to collect seeds from them. I don't know how you get seeds from marigolds, if it just, once it gets so late in the season, they go to seed. I don't know, but I hope I can get some because they are the last of his marigold seeds. So that'd be really cool, but hopefully they grow. We have 2 rows of beans here and here. And then down here we have zucchini. We just did one on each side. It'll get to go up the middle of each side of this trellis. And then coming past our beans, we have cherry tomatoes, and all 4 of those with 2 rows of different varieties of tomatoes. We have honeydew melon right there. This is kind of where our garden starts to thin out for right now. And then, like I said, we have watermelons all the way around. So the first one was up there. Then we have a couple right there, and they can go each direction, there and there. And like I said, I kind of planted to the edge of each one of them so they can grow towards each other along the fence, and I'll just prune it and cut it back once it starts to get over here close to our other stuff. Super excited about all of that. And that is pretty much where it ends. We kind of traced out a little line of where we want to put our greenhouse eventually. Just because my wife planted some herbs up here, and a lot of those will be coming back, so I wanted her to have an idea where that'll be. So a little herb corner up here close to where we'll walk in, close to the kitchen. Come down to grab some spices. We have strawberries started up here, and eventually we will just try to let that grow and do strawberries all down the curve. And we just got done with putting all our sunflowers in. So for this year, we put all these wood chips down. We got them spread out really nice, and then we just kind of bought some cheap topsoil just to kind of have like a little seed bed. We haven't got anything in our raised bed, but we do have plenty of room. I'm super excited about it. We'll step down here where we can see it a little bit better. I don't know if I'm going to rip this one out or actually try to get some use out of it. I mean, it's still held them together for now, but eventually we're going to do raised beds all the way across this. This is down here close to our septic, on our septic, so we will be doing raised beds up here up high where the septic doesn't even run, but also to completely get it out of the ground for all of our onions, potatoes, sweet potatoes, garlic, and all that will be in beds up here. Carrots, I don't know if I said carrots. We might try to get this one weeded and get some soil in there, and maybe try to do some carrots up here this year. I'm not sure. And then try to get another bed or two built, and then that way we can rotate in the fall to some brassicas like kale, spinach, lettuce, celery, and have that up here in these beds as well. But that is our vegetable garden tour, our first one of the year. I'm super excited to have a real garden and not just a few plants in our flower beds, which we can take a look at too, because for the first time we have flower beds that look good and have flowers thriving. We have a couple more clematis up here. I'm going to be changing this entryway a little bit. Don't know what those were called, but they look really cool. My wife loves them. That's a lot of these flowers. I don't know the name of them. The annuals anyway. Wow, I just had the name of that one. And we're going to skip that, but that is a good shade perennial. I just had the name of it. We'll come back to it. This is a wisteria that we planted. It is doing fabulous. It's already up here. We plan on letting it get all the way up to the top and then running it down as much as it will, and then running it around our deck this way. We have a couple hydrangeas, a few annuals in between, another hydrangea, a bunch of annuals, and this one is putting on flowers for the first time that I've seen. This is called a bluebeard. That was the name of the variety. I cannot remember its plant name, but it's putting on flowers for the first time, which is super awesome.
Daddy,
very pretty.
can I make my video?
Not right now. We have our blue bearded irises that have been here since I was a kid. We're about to get flowers for the first time in years. We got these moved over here, and we've been putting out some compost for them, sprinkling it around to feed them. And we have our roses, which are doing really good so far. This one's putting on its first flowers of the year, and this one is looking absolutely beautiful. But that is, say hi.
Hi.
That is our first garden tour of 2025. We are super excited. There's still some work to do on the fencing and a little bit of trellising for them squash and zucchini in the middle. And yeah, a little bit of border work, but it's all coming together. I also need to desperately mulch and weed eat, or will weed eat and then mulch around all of our elderberries down the ditch. But yeah, it is coming along very beautifully. Super excited to see our flowers thriving for the first time since we've owned the house. And we are super excited to have a real large garden. Still a lot of empty space. The beds will fill out, and we'll learn what we want to plant more of and get some more little short rows in there and figure out some more spaces to wedge in plants. And well, I'm sure we'll learn certain plants that we want to take out, but that's all the fun of gardening. So thank you for watching, and we'll do another one in, I don't know, another 3 or 4 weeks or something, and see what's growing and what's not. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.